I never thought of being a writer. I never thought of being anything. I didn't grow up with plans or career talk. I just grew up with my mother's guide. She says, all I want you to do is be happy, be kind, and be respectful. That was it. That was the plan. That was my career. Find happiness, ignite kindness, and always shine respect. So that's it. That's my career. So being a writer was kind of just a cartwheel that I ended up doing, and I've never been able to get out of that cartwheel. And one of my friends said in high school, "I'm going to be a writer, Juan." His name was Tommy Landale. I go, "What's a writer?" But I did start learning the love of words and rhymes and sounds from my mother. Like I said earlier, she gave me everything she could, stories and songs from her, early 1900s, from her experience. But I knew them and I sang them with her. I had my guitar by the time I hit high school, and we sang them together. We harmonized a little bit, and that was cool too, while I was playing Peter, Paul, and Mary when we were singing together. So that was my mother. So she instilled in me a lot of words, a lot of language, communication, telling stories, rhymes and riddles, and guessing games with words. And then in middle school, I got into sentence structures. Mr. Warner said, "I want you guys to, when you're writing your report, to start that sentence differently, not a common start, like in 1744 this happened. No, this in 1744 happened, or it happened." Just twist that sentence and make that sentence snap. I go, "Oh, wow, it's like magic." And then in 10th grade, it was about words. "I want to give you guys a bunch of words, create a story with them in a paragraph." I said, "Wow, I can do that." And it just kept on happening, different ways of dealing with words and language and stories. I go, "I like this." And then guess what happened? Vietnam, anti-Vietnam marches, women's movement, black power, brown power, yellow power, red power, people power, globally. So it was perfect for me to stand up on an apple crate and throw out my funky arrangements of words about a cause that I believed in, since I grew up as a migrant child with a cause regarding the border and border patrol and the life of campesinos that I eventually became aware of. It didn't happen automatically. I just thought that was a natural way to live, and it is, but there's some things that are not natural about it that I learned to talk about. So with the civil rights movement then, that's when I stood up with my friends with saxophones and congas and put little troops together and political theater together from all kinds of sources. Just patch it up. You don't have to go to a class. Just patch it up and do it, and put yourself on a stand or a little corner, and you can put out your hat, and you may get a quarter or a biscuit and or a smile or a handshake. And that's what it's all about. You got to give of yourself. And that's what poetry is, and that's what a poet does, and that's what everyone can do and does, way better than me. And people will listen, and someone will have a little hope, and someone will say, "Oh, you care about me. I never knew what that was." And that's a beautiful thing.